That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to item 3A, final budget, fiscal year 2023-24, Entertainment Center Community Facilities District. This is a public hearing, which is open. Ms. Pale?
So all of the CFD budgets have not changed from our tentative adoption back in May. So with that, I will change the slides as we go through in case there's any comment on public hearing or if there's any questions from council on each item.
Council, we have any questions for Ms. Pale on this? I'll close the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to authorize the chairman to, Mr. Chairman, I authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 2023-36 adopting the Entertainment Center Community Facilities District's final budget for fiscal year 2023-24 by electronic vote.
Have a second? Clerk, please call the vote.
That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 3C, final budget, fiscal year 23-24 Parkway Community Facilities District. This is a public hearing. Ms. Pale, anything to add?
No, sir.
Council, any questions for Ms. Pale?
No.
Close the public hearing. I'm sorry, I didn't even ask. Is there anyone, there's just so everyone knows, there's 3 people sitting in the audience, and I don't think this one is for you guys, right?
Quailwood.
You're Quailwood. Sounds good. We'll close the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 2023-39 adopting Parkway Community Facilities District number 1's final budget for fiscal year 2023-24 by electronic vote.
Have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 3E, final budget, fiscal year 23-24 Pronghorn Ranch Community Facilities District. This is a public hearing. We open it up. Ms. Pale, anything to add?
Yes, sir.
Council, have you any questions for Ms. Pale on this? Anyone out in the public wish to speak about Pronghorn? Ms. Quailwood? All right. We'll close the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 2023-52 adopting Pronghorn Ranch Community Facilities District's final budget for fiscal year 2023-24 by electronic vote.
Have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 3G, final budget, fiscal year 23-24 Quailwood Meadows Community Facility District. This is a public hearing. Ms. Pale, anything to add?
No, sir.
To the most patient person in the room. Come on up here, sir. You can speak right at this one right here.
Okay, good.
Just state your name, please.
Yeah, back in, I'm sorry, Ron Brasgala, and I'm a citizen in Quailwood. Okay. Back when Quailwood was dealing with Fain and Brown, I was tasked to review the CFD, and in going over the CFD and on the website, I found that the last 2 financial reports showed later final fiscal year for it. And I was concerned on that, and I was under the impression that it was in fiscal 2032 when that was ending. So I put something in spreadsheets here, and I discussed with Lori, and Lori forwarded the things to Katie. And Katie responded that the accounting firm is tasked to do everything in blocks of 5 years. Well, going through all of the reports, the first 3 years, fiscal year ending 05, 06, and 07, they had the fiscal year ending in 2029, and then from fiscal year ending in 08 up through 20, it was correct as ending in 2030, since since the last payment will be July 15th of 2029, that will obviously be in the fiscal year of 2030. And it's only in the fiscal years ending in 21 and 22 that were not put incorrectly. And Katie had said that they're supposed to be just in blocks of 5. Well, if that only is in blocks of 5 and they're going to be extended, then I don't understand why 18 of these were done correctly and the last 2 appear erroneous. I don't know an accounting method that says we'll just put 2 years beyond because we do it in blocks of 5. No, you put it where it's supposed to be. You do the previous ones in blocks of 5. Your final one is what it is. And here's that sheet. I do have it on a flash that I could do. So you can review that. The other issue was that Katie brought up that the spread that I was using for the financed amount was only the estimates. Well, what I used was from the website, the Prescott Valley website for Quailwood CFD. There was no other detail of the CFD. Katie did provide it in the email, which I did now have laid it out. What I don't understand, why is that not on the website and it was not available for me to find? Where is that available other than the email that you sent? That should not be like that.
All right.
Yeah, and also I have another concern is with the correct amount being at $6,940,000, when I look at the last financial report, the numbers don't match. They're off by 55,000. So in fact, the financial report is showing 55,000 less for the actuals and the estimate to complete. So I don't know why that would be 55,000 less. It makes no sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
Again, thank you for your patience.
Oh, and I appreciate that because obviously, if we're going to be paying this continually for many years, it'd be nice if we know exactly what it is and also if it's accurate.
That's understood. Thank you, sir. Ms. Pell, anything to add?
Would you like me to speak to some of that, Mayor?
Sure.
So with the blocks of time, I can't speak to how it was done for years prior. However, it doesn't change the payoff of the bonds. They continue to be paid off in 2029. We follow the GAFR, which is generally government finance rules, essentially, for how we do the financial statements, and we work with our outside auditors to do that properly. I believe it did change on how that was displayed in prior years. I can look into that exact date for you all, but it did not actually change the date that the bonds ended. Additionally, with the preliminary numbers that are online, that was the preliminary statement issued with the bonds. We do not put any final numbers out on any of the bonds, but all of that information is available to the public through contacting our office for the details of any of that information. And with that, I'll look into, I'm not sure as to the $55,000 discrepancy, so I will look into that.
Excellent. Any other questions for Ms. Pell?
You have his email.
Yes.
Since I have your email, Katie, I'll detail that and also send a spread that shows the numbers because,
So we're going to close the public hearing if there's nothing further. Any other questions for Ms. Pell from council? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 2023-43 adopting Quailwood Meadows Community Facilities District's final budget for fiscal year 2023-24 by electronic vote.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to item 3I, final budget FY 23-24 Stone Ridge CFD. It's a public hearing. Open it up. Anyone wish to speak about Stonebridge? Ms. Pale, anything to add?
No, sir.
Council, any questions for Ms. Pale? Close the public hearing. Entertain a motion.
Motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 2023-53, adopting Stone Ridge Community Facility District's final budget for fiscal year 2023-24 by electronic vote.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 3K, final budget 23-24 for Southside Community Facilities District. This is a public hearing. We'll open it up. Any comments from the public on the Southside CFD? Showing none. Ms. Pale, anything to add?
No, sir.
Council, anything from Ms. Pale? Close the public hearing. Entertain a motion.
Motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 2023-44, adopting Southside Community Facilities District Number 1's final budget for fiscal year 2023-24 by electronic vote.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 4, take a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Passed unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming out, everyone. Drive safe.